Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and welcome back if you're practicing with me again. Today's class is a 30-minute Vinyasa flow class. It's part 2 of the Refresh and Restore series of classes. It's a rejuvenating flow and it includes some low lunges, light twists and forward folds. Nice feel-good movements for your body with the intention of restoring range of motion in your hips and your shoulders. For practice today, you may wish to have a blanket along for comfort. And if you are enjoying the classes and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. I really hope you enjoy your practice. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice in your comfortable seat, propping your buttocks on the edge of a blanket for support, lifting elegantly tall through your spine, inviting your shoulders to soften, release away from your ears, shutting down the eyes. Begin by grounding your awareness in the here and the now, focusing on the steady stream of your breath. Spending a few moments tapping into the feeling tone of your breath as it is right now. Holding your breath in your relaxed awareness. And the key to feeling refreshed from your practice is to make your breath the hub of your concentration, to let it inform your adjustments, to hold your attention focused, and to nourish your body. Take 3 more cycles of breath. As you feel yourself breathe out, bow your head toward your heart, gently opening your eyes, lifting your gaze. And extend your right leg out straight now to your right. Tuck your left heel in toward your pelvis. Rest your fingertips down by your sides. Beginning with some lateral movement. Slide the left fingertips out to your left, reach the right arm up, and then toward overhead in your comfortable range. Flaring your right side ribs with the breath in. And you can tip a little deeper into your side bend as you breathe out. Breathing in, come back to center. And then exhale, side bend to your right. Reach your left arm up and overhead. Creating some space between your hip and your ribs and the armpit. Coming all the way back up. And revolving to your left now. Place your left fingertips behind you, right hand to your left knee. Breathe both sides of your waist long. And twist to your left as you breathe out. 2 more breaths. Bring your gaze forward on your inhale, release. Cross your right shin in front of your left, flexing your toes, and then on an inhale, reach both arms up toward the ceiling, elongating your spine. On your exhale, walk your hands forward or out to the side, whatever feels best, just bowing down, folding over the legs. Breathing a slow breath in together here, and a slow breath out. Try and maintain this calm rhythm. And walking your hands back in, coming upright. You might like to slip off the edge of your blanket here, so you're just sitting on your mat. Take your hands to your knees, and then gliding your spine into some gentle seated cat-cow. As you're ready, chest lifting, spine arches. On your exhale, rounding, flexing back, On your exhales, just be guided by the cadence of your breath, slow, steady and even. And you can let your knees butterfly up and down with the wave of your breath. And you're just meeting me in a neutral spine. We'll change sides. Extend your left leg out wide to your left. Right heel to your inner upper left thigh. And then fingertips down by your sides. Breathe your spine tall. On your exhale, side bend to your right. Reach your left arm up and overhead. Come back through center, then over to your left, creating some space through the torso with each breath. Launch off your left hand, come into your twist, to your right, right fingertips behind you, directing your breath toward the space of your ribs, your chest, middle and upper back. And then just feel your out-breath empty toward the pit of your belly. Eyes forward. Transition into your cross-legged fold, left shin in front of your right shin. When you set and you steady, reach your arms overhead. And then exhale, forward fold. As your hands touch down, you might like to give your hips a little boogie side to side, settling your buttocks down and back, relaxing the crease of your hips, and softening forward into your fold. And then walk your hands back in, sitting upright this time, hands to your knees, and then start to circle your torso. So try and lead that movement from your core, like you're stirring your spine over the base of your pelvis. You can lean out into the side ribs, into the shoulders, circle back in the opposite direction. And then return to center. Walk your hands forward to the floor, make your way onto all fours, setting your hands under the shoulders. Fan all your fingers wide into the mat. And then extend your right leg back behind you now to the height of your hip. Flexing your foot, lifting from your inner thigh. As you feel yourself breathe out, curl your right knee in toward your nose, dome your spine. Inhale, extend your right leg back, toes flexed. On your exhale now, right knee out, right leg out to your right, level with your hip. On your inhale, back to center. Exhale, core lunge, knee in toward your nose, hollow your belly. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right leg out to your right. Should be able to feel your glutes working there. Center on your inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose. Extend your right leg long and pause here. Then bend your right knee so your right thigh is now parallel with the mat. Then start to draw some circles with your hip and your knee, starting to warm and loosen the muscles in and around your hip. Circle back in the opposite direction. Next inhale, extend your right leg straight back. And then on an exhale, step your right foot up to the top of your mat. Help it along if it doesn't quite make it there, coming into a lunge variation. Pivot your left foot behind you. And then start to walk your hands forward and over to the top left side of your yoga mat. Continue to coach your right knee to point forward so you avoid it rolling in there as you take a down dog shape through your upper body. And you're most welcome to tent the fingers here or flatten the palms. Just make contact with your breath. A nice, steady, even amount of inhalation and a steady, even amount of exhalation. Breathing in and breathing out. Walking your hands back in, come to the fingertips and step the left foot up, come into Malasana, Yogi Squat, taking your version of a shape that accommodates your knees and your ankles And that may mean that your buttocks is a little bit more elevated, or your hands are on the floor for support. If you feel comfortable here, sitting low, pray your hands to your heart, easing your elbows into your inner knees to widen the gate of the pose. Then elongating your spine as you press your weight into your outer feet. Just notice how that feels. Your heart lifting toward your thumbs. Take one more cycle of breath. Then make fists with your hands. Bring the fists together. Place your knuckles down in between your feet, raising your hips. Toe heel your feet in toward each other until your arches frame your fists. Bend both knees now. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Curl your heart up halfway. And then forward fold over your legs. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you relax your head down toward the floor. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, smooth breath in and out. Hang on to your shoulder stretch here, bend the knees, curl your heart up halfway. Exhale, refold over your legs just for a beat. Release your arms now, invite your arms to go soggy, deeper bend in the knees, hanging in ragdoll. And then slowly, carefully roll your way up to stand. Bring your head, neck, shoulders up last. Pray hands to your heart, standing tall into your leg bones, into your spine. On your inhale now, circle your arms overhead, gazing up. Exhale, forward fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, lift up halfway. Exhale, step your left foot back into a low lunge, tap the left knee down. Walking your hands up onto your right thigh, pause here, 3 breaths. Actively steadying your lower body, anchoring into your right heel, then getting the feeling you scissoring your left knee and your buttocks forward. Now reach your arms forward at shoulder height, flip your palms to face out, and then take your right hand over your left and press your palms together. Then on an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Use the energy of your arms to lift up and out of your waist, lifting up from the space behind your heart. One more breath. On your exhale, open twist. Release your arms, tee out your arms, send your left arm back, right arm forward. And now deliberately press your right knee toward your middle toes. On your inhale, return to center, sweep your arms overhead. And on your exhale, twist to your right. Send your right arm back, left arm forward. As you go, carefully straighten your right leg and flex your foot, balancing here in your twist. Once more, breath to movement. Inhale, center, re-lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, remain in your lunge, open twist to your left, left arm back, right arm forward. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, twist to your right, holding your balance, working towards straightening your right leg. Inhale, center, arms overhead, re-lunge. And then hands to the floor, step back to a plank pose. 3 breaths here, greet the shape. Strong and long through the front of your body, broad through your shoulder blades, gripping lightly with the fingertips, pushing the floor away. Take another breath. And then knees, chest and chin to the floor. Set your hands by your ribs. We'll flow through locust cobra combo. Keep your head low here, raise just your legs for Ardha Shalabhasana. Then land your feet, lift your chest for Bhujangasana, Cobra. Once more, chest lowers, legs lift. Land your feet and then raise your chest. Lower down and press back to a child's pose. Send your knees wide, big toes to touch. Let your chest land between your thighs. Breathe a wide, slow breath in toward your back body and a long breath out, softening your belly, your chest toward the floor. Breathing in, breathing out for 2. Last one here, breathe in deep, breathe out long. Gliding up onto all fours, step your knees under your hips. Next exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. Pedal and sway, move and stretch here, whatever movements you need to make with your own body, small or large, to establish down dog as your home base. Then begin to root down evenly through your arms and your legs, fingers and your toes, finding a feeling of balance and symmetry. Aware of your breath, the quality of your gaze. Make our way through the left side now. On your exhale, soften your knees to the floor, return to tabletop. Then on an inhale, send the left leg out, back behind you to the height of your hip. As you feel yourself breathe out, curl your left knee in toward your nose. Inhale, extend the left leg back, toes flexed. Exhale, guide your left leg out to the left, working the glutes. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, core lunge, move slow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left leg out to the left. Center on your inhale. Core lunge, exhale. Inhale, extend your left leg back and pause. Bend the left knee, flex your foot. And then start to draw circles with your hip. Exploring your own range of movement, motion. Circle back, opposite direction, stirring your hip. Next inhale, extend your left leg straight back. And then on an exhale, step up, left foot, top of the mat. Coming into our lunge variation, pivot your right foot behind you. Then to start to walk your hands forward over toward the top right side of your space. Keep tracking your left knee forward as you extend through both sides of your waist now. Reach through your arms. Walking your hands back in, transitioning into Malasana squat. Stepping up, top of the mat, heels in, toes out, finding your own version here, customizing your shape. Savoring this deep stretch through the inner seams of your legs, lengthening all 3 parts of your spine. Make fists with your hands now, knuckles to the floor in between your feet, lifting your hips. Walk your feet in to flank your fists. And then this time, wrap and cross your arms behind your legs and thread your hands through to hold the front of your shins. Keep a soft bend in your knees. And then use the leverage of your hands against the resistance of your legs to fold a little deeper. On your inhale, release your hands to your shins, open up halfway, and then forward fold over your legs. Breathing in, rise tall, come to stand. Lower your hands to prayer. We'll keep it flowing. Inhale, circle your arms overhead. Forward fold over your legs. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana. And breathing out, right foot back, low lunge. Right knee softly to the floor, walking your hands up onto your left thigh when you're steady. Pause for 3 breaths here. Then reach your arms forward, flip your palms, this time left hand over your right. Press your palms, and on your inhale, reach your arms overhead, any amount. Pause. Just notice how your breath responds if you need to ease off to find a wider breath. On your exhale now, open twist, tee out your arms, right arm back, left arm forward. Return to center, arms overhead. Then twist to your left, left arm reaches back, right arm forward. Work towards straightening your left leg, peeling your toes off the mat, balancing here. Once more, breath to movement. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, remain in your lunge, open twist to your right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. Trying to hold your balance, straighten your left leg as you go. Inhale, center, arms overhead, re-lunge. And then hands to the floor. Step back to your plank pose. Hold for a breath, look forward, push the floor away. And then knees, chest and chin to the floor. Coming into Sphinx pose now, propping yourself onto your elbows. And then getting the feeling you're dragging the mat back with your forearms as you reach your chest forward. Collarbones broad, chest lifted, legs engaged. And try and keep the lift of your chest, just pivot your right forearm parallel with the top of your mat now. Moving into a quad stretch, bend your left knee and sweep your left hand around to catch your left foot. Feel free to catch the inside of the left foot if that's available, a little bit more opening for the front of the shoulder. Catch the outside of the foot or ankle, or simply reach back in that direction. Then press your left thigh into the mat. Send your ribs forward and up. Press down where you touch the mat. Releasing, switching sides. Left forearm to the floor. Right knee bends. Right hand reaching back, your version. Then find a little bit more height through the chest. Kick back through your foot into your hand. And release. Return to child's pose. Balasana, knees wide, big toes to touch. Bowing down toward the floor. Decompressing through your low back. Just feeding your back body, your lungs with your breath. Returning to your downward facing dog. Next breath in, raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits, pause there. Then bend your knee and open the front of your hip. Squeeze your right heel toward your buttocks, flexing your toes. And on an inhale now, straighten your right leg back on this diagonal. Really slow, exhale, re-bend your knee. Once more, inhale, straighten. Exhale and bend. Inhale, straighten and square your hips. Right hip point turns down and then step your right foot to your hands for runner's lunge. As you arrive, just pause on your fingertips. Then prepare to balance. As you're ready, tuck your left knee in toward your chest. Let your left foot hover. Then carefully looking forward, rise all the way to stand into single leg mountain. Bring your left knee toward your chest. Reset if you need to. We're going to transition into a standing hip groin stretch. Cross your left ankle, top of your right knee, flexing your left toes, and then motion your hips down and back, bending into your right knee to create a shelf. And keeping your chest open, lungs available as you open into your left hip. Return to your single leg mountain, trusting your balance, staying patient, and then step your left foot back or Prasarita Padottanasana. Turn and face the long edge of your mat. Land your heels wide, angle your toes in, hands to the hips. Breathing in, lift your sternum, and then take the next few breaths to fold between your legs. The action here is widening your inner arches away from one another. Same time you're squeezing your outer hips in, firming your thighs to stabilize your shape. Once you've found your edge, just invite your hands to run down to your lower legs or take a big toe bind. And then very consciously release and point the crown of your head toward the floor, keeping that nice soft energy around the back of your neck. On your inhale now, hands to the floor, under your shoulders, lift and lengthen halfway. And then on your exhale, steer yourself around to your left foot, face the back of your mat, step quietly back, downward facing dog. Moving over to the left side, raise your left leg up and back, nice and slow. And then exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Try and press evenly into your hands. Squeeze your left heel toward your buttocks, flexing your toes. On your inhale now, straighten your left leg on the diagonal. Exhale, re-bend. Just once more, inhale, straighten. Exhale and bend. Inhale now, straighten, bend, square your hips, left hip point turns down, and step your left foot to your hands for runner's lunge. No rush. Take a breath on your fingertips, preparing to balance. And then as you're ready, tuck your right knee in toward your chest. Looking forward, that'll assist you balance. Then rise all the way up, single leg mountain. Standing tall. Moving slowly into your hip groin stretch, right ankle, top of your left knee. And then sitting down a little lower, bending into your left knee. Return to single leg mountain. And then right foot steps back for wide-legged forward fold. Turn and face the long edge of your mat, heels out, toes pigeon in. Either hands to your hips here or interlace your hands behind your back, your choice. Breathing in, lift your chest. Breathing out, take the next few breaths to fold. And if you feel like your hamstrings block your fold because they feel tight and uncomfortable, let's put a little bend in the knees there, allow your pelvis to tilt forward. Moving away from any over effort, struggle, keep your breath smooth. And then release your hands to the floor, lift up halfway and pause on your fingertips. Toe heel your feet closer in toward one another. Just land them a little wider than your hips there. Lift your heels to balance on your toes. And we're going to spiral 180 degrees into a cow face pose. So using your fingertips for support, start to walk around to your right, pivoting on your toes, inviting your left knee to fold under your right. Pause when you face the opposite long edge of your mat. Take a seat for Gomukhasana. Your right leg's over, left leg's under. Catch a hold of your feet, lift your buttocks, squeeze your thighs together, and then lower your buttocks to the floor. If you'd like to modify here, you can extend your left leg out straight, folding just your right leg over. Once you've found your version, raise your arms overhead. Then bend your left elbow, swim your hand down in between the shoulder blades. Right hand can hold the top of your left elbow, or if you have the mobility, take a bind. Reach your right arm back, clasp hands behind your back. Gently leaning the back of your skull into your forearms to elevate your posture. stay here, or if you have the space to add on, hinging forward, folding over your legs. Coming all the way back up, undo your arms, unravel the legs, give them a little bounce and a wriggle, and we'll recross for the other side. Keep your right leg extended, left leg over. Point the sole of your left foot behind you, either stay here or fold your right heel in toward your left buttocks. Stacking your thighs. Wriggle and nestle your buttocks in between your feet. Raise your arms overhead. And then bend your right elbow. Aim your hand between your shoulder blades. An option to hold your right elbow, bind your hands, or bind your hands. And if you do have that bind, try and narrow your elbows in toward your midline. Folding forward any amount if that feels available. And then slowly release, extending both legs out in front of you now. Coming into our final fold before rest, Paschimottanasana. You can sit on the edge of a blanket here for a little bit more support. As you're ready, sweep your arms overhead. And then exhale, forward fold with ease, making any adjustments for that to happen. A little bend in the knees, soft shoulders, longer exhales, letting go. Gently releasing, gathering any additional layers or props you might like to have for rest now. We'll take a final 2 minutes to sit or recline quietly in Shavasana. If you have longer, please pause the video and enjoy your rest. Either laying down, palms up, feet wide, or sitting upright comfortably. Just letting go of all your effort now with a big sigh. Sensing your body bearing down into the support that's holding you. Feel the weight of your shoulders drop. Your hips and pelvis heavy, belly relaxed. Inviting your body to soften, your eyes to fall closed. Just abandoning any control of your breath now. Letting your breath feel free and easy. Becoming a witness to your breath. And giving yourself this time to abide in this space, relaxing in spaciousness, stillness, and silence for the next minute. And then very gently, softly drift your awareness back. Breathe your body awake and alert. Give yourself a stretch and a wriggle. If you're laying back there, bend your knees, feet to the floor, rolling out to your right side. Letting your eyes blink open and then dragging your way back up to sit. I hope you're feeling refreshed here at the end of your practice and that feeling stays with you as you step out into the rest of your day. Take care. Thanks so much for joining me. Namaste.